this corner, weighing 142 pounds, the undefeated champion of the world, Mr. 217.
MMA, hey, MMA, hey, MMA, we gon' punch you in the face. MMA, hey, MMA, hey, Mayhem Radio, we turned up in this place. Off the ropes, with a chair, fight dirty, pull her hair, MMA, hey, MMA, hey, Mayhem Radio, we turned up in this place.
He hits him with the right, he hits him with the left, he ducks, uppercut, another uppercut, a punch to the right, he's out, KO, and Mr. 217 is still the undefeated champion of the world.
MMA MayhemRadio.com.
On this episode of Sitting Down with Storm, my guest shows the heart of a lion, facing the toughest competition on her way to the top. And she will be fighting on February 1st for MAXX FC 23, Rumble in Paradise, in Daytona Beach, Florida, where she will be facing off against Suzie Montero. MMA Mayhem Maniacs, welcome Allana Hands of Stone Jones to the Stormfront. Allana, how you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you guys?
Well, it's a great day. It's a nice Saturday. It looks like you have a fight coming up. Why don't you tell the listeners a little bit about your background, where you come from, and how you got involved in MMA?
I'm originally from Detroit. I grew up there. I've been training for about 4 years. Got into the sport. I was always interested in fighting, and it was a good workout for me. And actually, my brother started out doing it. That's caught my interest in it, and I just started going to the gym and loving it and stuck with it.
Now, you say your brother was doing it. Is he your older brother, younger brother?
My younger brother.
Yeah, and so something clicked in your mind saying, hey, I want to get into the world of MMA. And I've seen your fights, and before I even talk to you, I'm a huge fan of yours. You have such heart, and you can deliver the pain, and you can take it as well, which makes you a formidable opponent. Now, you're taking on Suzie Montero. Well, what do you think about your opponent coming into MAXX FC 23?
I really don't know that much about her. I know she's going to come out hard and be tough like any other fighter, and I'm just going to be prepared for it.
Now, where are you currently training, and who's been helping you to improve your overall game?
I'm training in Lansing at Sudados MMA, and my coach, Leroy Ortega, has been helping me a lot, and all my teammates, Jack Hall, Jen, and everybody that trains at Sudados has been helping me improve every day.
And you talk about improving every day. You know, you go from promotion to promotion. You fight at different promotions. You're fighting different fighters. And when you say, yeah, I don't know that much about Suzie Montero, but is there a way where if you have an upcoming fight, you're going to watch all the footage on that fighter? You're going to try to pick apart what she's good at and what she's not good at?
I do watch video on her, and I try to watch video of my opponents. You know, it's good to know something about them. But usually my coaches do that.
Yeah, I was going to ask you that. So your coaches are diligently looking through the video and hopefully working to target her weaknesses. Now, both you and Suzie have suffered 2 straight losses, and some critics might say that you have faced the tougher adversaries. Me, my personal opinion, I believe you have. Now, how have those 2 battles with Holly Holmes and Fallon Fox prepared you for this fight?
It's prepared me a lot. It prepared me to know not what to do, and it helped me fix a lot of mistakes in my fight game. You know, you learn more from a loss than you do a win. So it's been helping me. I've been preparing. I've been working on my ground game, kicks, and everything. So I'm going to come out in the cage, and it's going to be a different fighter.
Which specific coach is working with you on your jiu-jitsu?
My coach Leroy helps me with my ground game. He's pretty good with the ground. And also, I go to other gyms too to help with that, but mainly Leroy's been there helping me. And it's another gym in Lansing called Marcel Lago. Coach Harris been helping me with my kicks and everything and get me prepared.
Now, you bring up a good point A lot of fighters, they train at one gym, they're loyal to one gym, but it seems talking to you that it's good to experience other gyms and other coaches to become more well-versed at your craft.
Yeah, you can learn something different from everybody, and that's how I look at it. You know, each person that I go and learn something from teaches me something different that I can use in my fight game. So I just like being having that variety of things.
Now, you had a very successful amateur career. Tell the listeners and upcoming fighters the difference between both amateur and pro.
It's a big difference. Things are more serious when you pro. Amateur, you know, you take it seriously, but you know the competition is way tougher. You fighting people that you know this is their job. This is what they do. So they're gonna be ready. They're gonna be training and for fight. You know, and you don't have to worry about back outs as far as amateur. You know, you get a lot of back outs. You know, but I mean everything is serious. This is what pro is when you step your game up and get serious.
And you talk about being serious. You also need a serious management team to back you up. Now,
yes.
with upcoming fighters, can you give them any advice as to maybe who to look for as far as a management team and how to go about like not getting put into a pro bout before they're ready?
I believe it's just you got to find somebody you can trust that handle things for you. And I mean, it's a lot of people in the fight game that try to take advantage of you, so you just got to be careful and you got to watch out. I mean, I found a great person that's been helping me out. His name is Pat Wilson from Rise Management. He's been doing great things for me. But it's about finding someone you can trust that you know is not going to screw you over or anything, that's going to get you the right fights, get you the right opponent, and that's what it's about. And you always don't ever go into a cage of doubt, because if you do that, you already lost the fight. Just always be prepared, always training.
And Allana, that's what always amazes me as a fan of mixed martial arts is the mental focus that you need entering into that cage or that squared circle. Who mentally helps you prepare for this upcoming fight, February 1st?
God. And then all my training partners and all of my coaches, they do a big part of it. And me, I just try to stay relaxed and don't let things stress you out. You gotta separate life issues from fighting. You don't want that in the cage. You don't want to be thinking about that stuff in the gym. You just gotta learn how to separate the two.
Now, when I was watching one of your fights, I don't know if it was either the Fallon Fox fight or Holly Holmes fight. You know, Michael Chiavello stated that back when you were younger, you were a little bit overweight and you lost a lot of weight. Is that true?
Yeah, it is true. I lost I was 200, maybe a little over 200 when I started training. Yeah, I've lost a lot of weight. It was hard work.
Yeah, it's definitely hard work, and it looks like it's showing as far as the way you look in and out of the cage. Do you got any advice to give to anybody that might be a slightly obese or a little bit overweight that's looking to get that drive and make that commitment to lose that weight?
Yeah, sure. My advice is to just stick with it. You know, the hardest thing is to losing weight is sticking with it. Sometimes you might get tired of doing the same thing over and over again. And that's the main part, is sticking with it and sticking with your exercise, sticking to your diet. And just, you know, even sometimes you may feel like you're not losing the weight. You just got to keep going and keep following your goal. Just set a goal for yourself and just keep with it.
Now, there's been, I guess, a boom in female MMA, and I was wondering what your thoughts were on the evolution of MMA as it stands right now.
I believe MMA is just it's blowing up. It's getting bigger and bigger. First, and then women's, we're getting bigger and bigger, and sometimes our women fights look better than guy fights. So I think, it's outgrowing a lot of sports.
And I totally agree. There's a lot of outstanding female fights on the docket here coming up in 2014. Yours in particular, what weight class will it be featured in?
This will be a 135 fight.
It's a bantamweight fight. And as far as your last fights, Fallon Fox and Holly Holmes, What differences did they pose in the cage when you fought them? And after it was all over, what did you say to yourself after those fights?
Well, the difference is, Holly Holmes is an outstanding striker, and everybody knows that. She's an outstanding boxer. And, I wanted that fight just because, obviously tough opponent, and I'm not afraid to fight anybody tough. As far as the Silent Fox thing, I don't really have too much to say about that fight, but, it was just, it was weird. But what did I say to myself? I'm always upset when I get a loss. It sucks to lose. So,
right.
I mean, my thing is, I just went in there and just say, well, I mean, do better next time. Get in the gym and just start working hard. And then, I took that real hard knockout from Holly Holmes. That kind of hurt my soul for a little bit. I've been knocked out before, but I mean, I just got in the gym and just started working on things that I need to improve in.
And that's great. And you always should learn from a loss, whether it's MMA, football, basketball. And
Yep.
I was talking to a gentleman the other day, Andrew Whitney to be exact, and he was telling me his training camp, it's like a family where he trains. And you are like a team. Your training camp, the people you train with, that is your family. And win or lose, your family's going to bring you up and put you back on your feet. Am I right on that?
Yeah, you are right.
And MAXX FC, it's going to be a great bout. What does MAXX FC bring to the table better than the others?
I mean, they're giving me a great fight. It's my first time fighting for them. I mean, it's not too much different than any other promotion. But I'm just excited to see how it's going to be when I get down there to Daytona. I've never been to Daytona. It'll be my first time.
It's a nice place, and too bad the weather's going to be a little bit cold. You could go hit the beach, but you might be able to do that anyway. It's still nice to go to the beach.
Yeah, I'm sure it's a lot warmer than here in Michigan.
Yeah. Tell the listeners where you currently reside.
I'm in Michigan, and Ione, Michigan. It's like really cold here, 0 below.
You got the nickname Hands of Stone, right? So, how did you get that nickname? It seems quite obvious, but why don't you let the fans know?
I got it from, people seeing me throw hands in the cage. I got it, one of my best friends gave me the name, and I was like, oh, it's kind of catchy, and I just stuck with it. I liked it.
Allana, I think it's better when a fighter gets a nickname from somebody else instead of making up their own nickname. I think
so too. I went a long time. I went my whole amateur career without a nickname.
Right. Well, in amateur fights too, I don't think you really need a nickname in amateur fights. You're trying to get to the pro level. Once you make it to that level, then you get rewarded with a nickname. I was going to ask you, what would you like to tell up-and-coming female fighters to prepare for before they enter into a fight?
I would say just prepare for everything. Anything can happen in a fight. Whether you study your opponent's video or not, just prepare for everything. That's my advice to every female fighter out here.
And who has been your rock through your journey in life?
My mother.
Right on.
My brother has been there for me for everything, and she's been helping me a lot, get through a lot of things.
And here's a big question for you. Who do you think is going to win between Ronda Rousey and Sarah McMahon at UFC 170?
I'm going for Sarah McMahon.
Yeah, both of them Olympic.
Yeah, she's a wrestler, and Ronda's awesome. She's a judo. I mean, it's hard to try to take her down, but I'm hoping Sarah McMahon can pull it off.
What are your thoughts on the last season of Tough?
It was interesting. It was interesting to watch.
Allana, it was interesting to see guys not making weight and all the women, they all made weight. They made us look bad.
That's what I'm saying. It's like, women, I don't know, we have more, I'm not trying to say guys don't have dedication, because I'm sure they do, but
right.
When we commit to something, we're committed. and when we got our mind set to something, that's what we're gonna do. So I mean, it wasn't that surprising to see a lot of guys not make weight.
Yeah, it was pretty surprising and pretty disappointing, especially on that level. Because I know if you made it to the UFC, you would be making weight, right?
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna make weight each time. It don't matter what the weight is. It was like 115. I don't know how I would do that, but it's the weight.
Eat lettuce. Eat tons of lettuce.
Yeah. Probably have to cut off one of my legs, but I'll make weight.
That wouldn't be good. That would not be good.
No.
What is your overall goal for 2014?
Well, my overall goal is to hopefully get into Victa, because I think that's a real goal for me. And, I think that their promotions, as far as like for women, is like just as big as the UFC. So I think that would be awesome to just get into Victa.
I think that would be.
Everybody wants to get into the UFC, but right now my eyes are set on Victa.
I went to the last Invicta event, and I can tell you right now that they are top tier when it comes to putting on good fights, a good promotion. It's just well done, and I think Shannon Knapp should take heed. Maybe she'll listen to this. Maybe I'll tag it on her Facebook page or something. Maybe she'll listen, because I think you deserve it.
That would be great. I just think Invicta is a great promotion, and I admire what they're doing for women's MMA.
Now, I'm going to close things out, and I want to thank you for your time. It's an honor to talk to you. Like I said, I was a big fan of yours, seeing you fight a while back, because I knew you have heart, and I like to see the fighters that have heart that, to me, like Rocky. Rocky was a big, even though Rocky's a movie, it still sent chills down my spine. Do you have any words for your opponent before we go?
Not really. I mean, just be ready. I'm being there, ready to bring the pain. So
yeah, bring the pain. You got any sponsors, any affiliates you want to make mention of before I let you go?
I just want to thank Hopkins for helping me out with the sponsorship in sports, and just want to thank my manager Pat Wilson for giving me good advice and taking care of things for me, and also my coach Leroy Ortega, and then my teammates Desperados MMA, and even Marcelo MMA.
Well, fans, February 1st, it's going down in Daytona Beach, Florida. MAXX FC 23, Rumble in Paradise. And it's gonna feature Allana Hands of Stone Jones. You're gonna wanna check it out, because if you don't, I'm gonna punch you in the face.